You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the September 9th meeting for the LaPorte County Drainage Board. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mark Scarborough.
Here.
Chad Herches.
Here.
Connie Grammarosa.
Here.
Jeff Mitzner. Pat Vance.
Here.
John Matwishin.
Here. Here.
Hey, do I have a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting?
So moved.
Second.
I have a correction.
Oh.
There was a mention that there was a meeting of the Kankakee River Basin Commission in August. That was not the commission. That was the technical advisors to the commission. The Kankakee River Basin Development Commission meets this month.
Take it
That's
to
it.
your advisement.
Good.
Motion to approve this.
So do I need a motion to approve of that?
Motion to approve.
Second.
So moved.
Scipio Sunrise.
Scipio Sunrise. Any reports on that?
There's a couple things I was going to bring up. There was a question about contacting the HOA, sending a letter to them to let them know what the status was, why we left the project. There's some question whether they actually have an HOA. I talked to Gene Schwartz, who's one of the residents, and he said there isn't an HOA in place. So I sent an email to Nancy Frigo. She's been to a couple of our meetings, and she hasn't gotten back to me. I just want to verify whether there's actually an HOA there. If there's not an HOA in place, do you want me to send a letter to all the homeowners about what's going on, or just wait until I actually hear from somebody?
So, a quick update from legal. We did send a cease and desist letter. We did send a cease and desist letter to the property owner. It just went out last week. I don't know that we got the green card back yet. This is where the water's coming from. Right. So, maybe give that, we should have the green card. It should have been received by now, but we just haven't received the certified mailing back yet. So I would say maybe a week after that's back, I can follow up with John. And then if the board wants either further communication to either the property owner or to the HOA or other residents out there, maybe go from there.
You haven't been back out there? If we sent that letter to him, do we need to do anything else right now until somebody else comes before us?
No, because you pulled from the project already, right? Like, he's not been out there, so.
I think, though, that maybe at the board's request, John, you need to go out there and just see if that water is running or what's going on there. If they fix that, we know that it got broke, so
Okay.
run out there and go check that and then get back to us.
All right.
Any other questions on that? Davey Arm of the Rodman Ditch Project, Dale Williams.
He called this morning, said he wouldn't be able to make it today.
Okay, so we'll put that on
Table it.
Drain crossing application, Kiefer Ditch perimeter drain.
That it? That's it.
Good morning. This is just a perimeter drain access to the Kiefer ditch from a potential new septic system. It's only perimeter drain water only. That's the only thing that'll be in your easement.
Do I have a motion to?
Motion to approve.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Beaver Dams Hendrick Drain. Thanks for coming in, Tony. Oh, you're on this one too?
No. Did you get it?
What?
The Hendrick drain?
No. That's what I've gotten in touch with Sam Martin, the trapper. I asked him about a quote on removing the beaver dam on the Indiana side. He hasn't gotten back to me yet on that.
Okay. Did you follow up on anybody in Michigan?
Yes, I did, and I passed the information to John South. They don't trap them, they kill the beavers on the Michigan side because they're considered a nuisance animal. I don't know if it's been done yet.
I haven't contacted them yet.
Okay. We'll put that on the agenda for next meeting. Hudson Arm or the Taylor Ditch, St. Joe County.
Just a quick update on that. I sent out the bid packets. John Law sent me an email yesterday. They got 2 bids for it. Allsop was $9,750 and Davy Group was $12,000. But he didn't say whether they accepted the bids. He just said that's the proposals they got.
Any questions on that? O'Hara Rice Ditch dumping violation on 1,000 South.
Yeah, the guy called me and he'd taken care of it. He cleaned up. He did okay. He got most of the stuff that was near the culvert. This is a picture of what they did on the 2 culverts. So I think it's probably okay to close the violation.
All righty. Anybody got any questions on that? Looks like they did a decent job. Bank spraying 2025 Heritage Drone Service.
I didn't know if you wanted to, because we had talked about the exact chemicals we want to use. I don't
Okay, so
read that into record.
Jake contacted me last week. He wanted to go look at some stuff, but I was pretty busy last week. My daughter got married, so I need to contact him. He wants to go out and try to fix some of the spots that we have an issue with. So, Chad, there's a ditch up by you that he did, right? So, and we don't want to run through the crops now because it's a little too late for that. So what I'm thinking is wherever he's got access at, let's try to see if he can get in there and see what he can do. And then I don't know if I don't know what we do about the bill, but he wants to make it right. But, you know, I kind of told him not till next year. So, what do you guys want to do on that? I mean, I know with the ditch that I looked at, he can probably spray about, I'm going to say 1.5 miles maybe that he can get access to, but he's not going to be able to get access to the whole thing unless he does spray it with the drone. But now I think it's a little late to spray with the drone because those leaves are, I mean, as dry as it is, those bigger trees, they're going to start hardening off now. So I did spray some a week and a half ago, and they're turning brown. So, I mean, it still is working. So I guess that's whatever the board wants to do on that.
So I'll make, can we
It should work.
Yeah.
do it or don't?
I think you're good for a couple weeks. I mean, it's dry, but it's not terribly dry, but it's plenty warm out, so I think it should still work.
I mean, wherever he can access that, and then we're just going to have to adjust the bill to what he does. I mean,
Pay him on a percentage.
pay him on a percentage or something of what he gets done now, and kind of go from there. I mean, I'll kind of talk to him. And what other ditch did he do? That one down by me, and then one up by you, and where was the other one?
It was the Rodman and the little Kankakee.
But the one was fine, right? Which one?
The Bull
The Bull was fine.
up north. That was
So which one's by you? The Rodman?
Rodman.
So who's in the district of Kankakee? Is that you too?
Yeah.
That means you got 2 of them to take care of, buddy.
So then when, was that your motion to go ahead and have it taken care of?
Yeah, I'd say take care of whatever he can take care of without destroying anybody's crop at this point in time.
Wherever they got
I'll-
access.
I'll second.
Do it, yeah.
Take a vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passed. Eckert ditch structure. I guess I'll just go ahead and report on this. The structure has not been completely fixed yet. He's waiting on some things to try to fix it. The ditch has been dug from the structure to 850 and 1700 where the T-bridge is at. We dug a little bit past that. To be able to go any further, we're going to destroy somebody's crops, and I know it is on an easement, but I think we need to just kind of wait and see what happens here, because I think part of the stuff that happened might not have been from the structure. It might have been from the structure, but we got the main part dug out on Werner's, leveled off. So I've not heard anything else on that. Anybody got any questions on that? Anything else on the agenda? Monthly reports, Hudson Lake.
Georgette Joyce, 7299 East Hudson Point Lane, New Carlisle. So the lake is really low. It's over 2 inches below the weir. That's a good 20 inches lower than we should be. So we did have incidents on the lake where boats were getting stuck in the muck. Their owners are not able to navigate to their own piers. And due to the lake bed now being exposed, though native to the lake, phragmites are now growing rampant. So we've identified 2 areas that need to be treated. And between the Amazon grants and some homeowners' donations to the Hudson Lake Conservation Association, we're going to treat those this week. But the cost is $5,000 to $6,000. So this low level is really hurting us financially, as well as being, usability of the lake, and the drain continues to stay closed. Hopefully the Taylor ditch will get bid selected and we'll be able to move on with that. The drain agreement is in place. That the people know to call us now. So the incidents that were either reported via our website or via our phone call. So that is working. So if you guys get any complaints, please direct them to those 2 sources. The LAIR grants, we did the vegetation plans and surveys. We did 1 treatment for the Eurasian water milfoid and 2 for the starry stonewort. We're doing a 3rd one at the end of September, but again, that's falling totally the cost on the backs of the Hudson Lake Conservation Association, because there's a cap at $5,000, so it's another $4,000. So with that, thank goodness Amazon has come and given us $20,000 in grants to help offset all of this, because our regular dues can't afford to pay for these things. Sediment removal for Site 1, which is a public ramp, is done. It's all open, it's been advertised and so forth with updates. And Site 4, which is the southern channel, is being taken care of. They're about halfway through that, but it's a slow process. We'll be doing grant applications again in 2026. Again, I can't be thankful enough for Amazon for their $20,000. We partnered with the township to get another $10,000 beyond that. So now we have $30,000. That $10,000 is going to energize the local park that's near Hudson Lake on the east side. So that's exciting. They'll have lighting. Yay. And then we welcome a new board member, Austin Kozinski, who happens to also be our trustee of the township. So we have a nice, strong partnership with that going. We're grateful that he's joined us. And then sewers, I attended via Zoom the last meeting, and the phase 2, which would include Hudson Lake, has been put on the shelf because they lack enough funding to make it affordable. So we have no idea when that's going to come through.
Are they moving forward? They're doing Saucony Lake now, aren't they? Doing something over
that's
there?
phase 1. That's phase 1, and that's going through. The residents are kind of upset. The cost is over $100 a month, and likewise, they felt like they were misled that there was issues with the lake being contaminated, but that's not the case. It was just putting sewers through. So there was back and forth, and some people were taken out of the phase because of their distance and everything like that. So it's a little crunchy, I'll call it, of what's going on there. But it's moving forward. Any questions?
Any questions? Okay, thank you. Brad?
I already talked about Scipio, nothing else legal to report.
John?
Well, the president and I were at the Technical Advisory Committee meeting, went over a lot of information for the first time for me. I don't know if that was the first time for the president. It strikes me that very little technology is being introduced here. We have consultants that we have hired people that come in and may use technology that I think maybe this committee should consider using to keep track of what's going on with the ditches, because there's a lot of detail, and detail gets forgotten and people change. That's all for today. Yes.
I had a question for you. Were you ever able to get a hold of anybody on the Michigan side of the White Ditch?
Oh, to consider for which? I talked to a whole bunch of people. I talked to the county. I talked to the township. I talked to 2 towns along the ditch. None of them really had a way to engage because it's considered a creek north of the border. It's not considered a ditch. So it kind of went back and forth. They're aware of it.
You don't clean a creek, right?
Yeah, they're aware of it, and they're not concerned because the water flows without affecting anything economically. So it goes through, and they're not troubled by an additional flow from south of the border.
All right. I'll be meeting with the Michiana Shores Town Council this evening, so I'll represent that to them. They may have contacts up there too, but that can go now back to them if they want to reach out. Sounds like.
Yeah, the group that I mentioned last week it includes them also. We're looking at the whole watershed in southwest Michigan and north Indiana.
Speaking, so since I was going to ask about that, have you been up that way? Is stuff getting moved off the White Ditch? Have we looked?
I haven't been up there in a while. Do you want me to go up there too and take a look?
Well, all these people went back probably to Chicago, so we probably need to go take a look,
Okay.
see what kind of mess we got up there before it goes too far. And
Yeah.
so,
Because as far as I know from Al, he was talking November to start. So
well,
yeah, I can go up there.
need to go up there and make sure what we got going on. So go up and check and
All right.
report back to us next month.
All right.
Joint boards, like John said, we attended the technical advisory committee meeting. So they got a lot of things going on there that we did. And then the Kankakee River Basin has a meeting on the 21st, I believe, of September. And I'm thinking that was at the library. I'd have to look back at my email, but there is a meeting for that. And then there's a new, what do I want to call it? River gauge that just got installed by the Kankakee River Basin, and they monitor it at Crumbstown. So that just got put in. So anything else on joint boards? Oh, I guess I'm joint board, so I don't have anything else.
I guess what was the technology? Just curious. Was it just the river gauges?
Oh, no, this is, the Corps of Engineers has a lot of software that keeps track of river flows, sediment buildup, and sediment erosion from the banks. That seems to be what we're addressing most often is taking silt out of the ditches and making sure, in the case of the Kankakee River Valley, make sure that the banks don't get eroded. The consultants may be using the software, but the Technical Advisory Committee was not. But it may make sense for us to take a little more engagement and see what technology has available so we get a better hand of what's going on, so we don't have hundreds of truckloads of sediment that needs to be taken out of a ditch. We can control that by controlling the water flow to make sure that the flow takes the silt out of the ditch on a continuing basis rather than being surprised at the end of 10 years, hey, we've got 100 truckloads to deal with.
Well, I think they're using some of that stuff already.
I assume they are,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen it so far. The advisors that come in, they bring in consultants to provide a report, but I attended 3 meetings so far, and no one's mentioned anything about using that kind of software. They bring in consultants to do, I think, that kind of work.
Okay. Anybody got any questions? Claims, is there no claims?
Nope.
$1,625 yet available in the engineer fund. Any public comment?
Next month.
You're good?
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick, can we just discuss November? So in November, we meet usually the second Tuesday of the month. That's the 11th of November. The county is closed for Veterans Day. So I called up and we definitely have November 4th or November 18th available at 8:30. So we could either move it 1 week earlier or 1 week behind. But instead of waiting till October meeting and deciding that, figured we could put out notice and then
Would you say the 4th or the 18th?
4th or the 18th and
4th?
for what? For who?
There's,
Every year it's like,
wrong.
yeah, that's only 3 weeks after the October meeting, but at the same time, I think you'd want to be cautious about timing it around the White Ditch project that's starting that month too, so.
That would give us the opportunity, hopefully, to meet before we started the work in case there's any questions if we did it on the 4th.
Everybody good on the 4th?
Yeah.
Let's just make sure, John, you get a good email out because everybody will forget.
We'll be here on the 11th.
Well, if Mark wouldn't have called me yesterday, I would have not been here today. So, all right, so we'll make that on November 4th, and then the October meeting then is on the regular date, October 14th at 8:30 in this room. Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn.
I second it.